So I kind of pinched it just like at the tip of it. If you just pinch it real
Just
hard
the
enough,
tip?
you can hold your pee.
Oh!
Hello! It's D101. Happy Monday, Aroogs.
Happy Monday, Dondero. How are you?
I'm good. You know what? How's your Monday doing?
It was a good Monday. Yeah,
A
it
good
was
Monday?
I know it was good. It was
It's
it was
good?
pretty uneventful. Yes. How was your
Ah.
Monday?
My Monday was interesting. I had an interesting Monday. It just, there's a lot to get into. Kind of one of the first things I want to talk about is how would you feel if I dyed my beard? Like if I got all the gray out of my beard, would it
I
look
mean,
better or worse? Like would it look weirder because I look
it would
younger?
I think it would look weirder because it would look fake.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Otis.
Hey, Tony the Jam Frog. Oh, this frog is my boy. Also, I need to ask you a question.
Okay.
What's the worst humble brag you could give somebody? Doesn't have to be
Or
real, just the worst humble
humble
brag you could
brag.
give somebody.
I
You know what a
don't
humble brag
know.
is?
Vaguely.
A humble brag, okay, so a humble brag is like one of those brags where, you're not being modest, but you're being very smug about it. You're like, well, not to humble brag, but, I have 6 cars.
Oh, so you're flexing but not flexing.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it is. It's just a self brag. It's just like, let me humble brag for a hot second.
Oh, worst humble brag?
Yeah, like, what's the worst humble brag you think you could hear? 'Cause I'm gonna tell you a story, and then I'm gonna tell you my worst humble brag that I could come up with.
I don't know.
I tell you what, let me tell you the story while you think on it.
Okay. All right.
So, okay, so people who don't know, and I don't tell a lot of people, but like during my day job, I work with a lot of the homeless.
Mhm.
Like, that's a big passion of mine. And all the time, I deal with, your typical wanna sweep it under the rug or,
Mhm.
just like, get them out of here. They're gonna use that food for drugs, which doesn't make any sense, but still.
What?
So today, I had a big breakthrough today. I did a thing,
Huh?
and a woman comes down and humble brags the worst thing I've ever heard.
Oh shit. With
She
the simple
goes,
fact that it has to do with homeless people is like
mhm.
I okay, all right, go
Yeah, it's
ahead.
about it's about to get a thing.
Okay,
So,
cool.
she goes, "Yeah, I like to try to help the homeless too. If I have like a soda I haven't finished and all that, I always try to give it to them." And I'm like, "I get it. I get it. You're coming at a restaurant, you have leftovers, like leftover food. I get passing that. But giving somebody your almost finished drink is just handing them a trash. Am I right?"
That makes
She said it, and it wasn't ironic, it wasn't thing, it was like, "I'm motherfucking Teresa. I am
she's
Saint motherfucking Teresa. I give them my nearly finished
horrid
sodas.
human being.
I let them have my backwash." Do you know what almost immediately came out of my mouth? I said, "Yeah, I mean, I get that too because
Mm-mm.
anytime I eat good food, I go burp in their mouth."
Please tell me, did you say that? Did you actually say that?
I had it coming out of my mouth, and then I think my boss caught me, and was just like,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I can see your boss going,
"No, no," because it did.
"Nope."
I almost snapped at that moment, but it just made me think, like, what's a humble brag that's not a brag, but, like, just not something people wanna know? Like, okay, here's a good one. Like, I have, not to humble brag, but I have put my fingers in, like, so many people's mouths. But that is
Yeah.
okay, so that's kind of a brag. You're like, okay, just it's a non-sexual thing. I just put my fingers in people's mouths.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
And it's because over the weekend, Sean had brought that up about the video about just sticking fingers in people's mouths about the video we had sent and we had shared back and forth. That was someone on the BSBN. And
Oh, yeah.
all day long, all I think about is like, well, not to humble brag, but I have put my fingers in so many people's mouths. right? Like that'd be a humble brag I'd give on the first date.
Um, I don't know.
Would that fly with you? Would you be down for that? If I told you I'd
Putting
put, like
somebody
no, I just put my finger in so many people's mouths. Are you into that?
no.
You think I'm kinda
I
cool
mean,
for that?
I have an oral fetish, but that no. Why? Why?
I don't know.
Why is that a thing?
I don't know why it's a thing, but I feel like not a lot of people have done it. So it's like one of those things, and I always have consent, Sean. I'm not gonna stick my finger in people's mouths without consent. God.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't think of anything like that. I really can't.
Okay,
Like,
what is something that you like to brag? Okay, what is something that you like to brag about yourself, but change it so it just sounds dumb? Like you're an
dumb.
excellent graphic artist.
Yes.
So like you could be like, "Oh, I'm absolutely great at designing clip art."
Oh my god, clip art.
Yeah, right?
um, I I don't know. I don't know. See,
Do
it's like
you
the whole thing.
do you know how to use the magic wand in Photoshop?
Yes.
See, that's a humble brag right there, 'cause that shit's bananas. No one knows what it does.
What? What are you
No
talking
one
about?
knows.
No one knows.
No,
Yeah.
nobody knows what it does.
Oh my god. I can name 3 people right now who know what it does, and I work
Really?
with them. Yeah.
Humble brag right there. That's a weird humble brag, but it's cool. There you go. See, I just made you have a humble brag that is so fucking lame.
What the
Not the humble
fuck?
brag, but I know at least 3 people who know how to use the magic wand in Photoshop.
I mean, yeah. Oh, uh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Not the humble brag, but I know somebody who literally owns all the Matrixes on DVD.
Oh, yeah?
Mhm.
Well, I mean,
It's
I
pretty cool.
own all of the Harry Potters, not only on DVD, but in Blu-ray.
Oh, that is a humble brag. Especially given, like, the turmoil of Harry Potter right now, and I like that. I like that your humble brag is just like, "I gave that lady money twice."
I gave Goodwill that money twice.
Good.
I never buy anything. No, what the fuck? No.
I used to own
Yes.
all the DVDs, but I didn't I also what about 4K? Did they remaster those in 4K? I'm sure they did.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, sure they did, but they all went streaming, so they're sitting in a drawer because they're all streaming now.
I
So
don't
yeah.
mean to humble brag, but I own, like, 12 HD DVDs.
12.
12.
I own 2 Blu-ray players. My King Journal of BDSM Research is oh, that's awesome though. That's not a humble brag. That's
That's
a
not
great
humble brag at
brag.
all. That's like, I wrote a
Yeah.
book.
You like did research. That's
Yeah.
freaking
You could
awesome.
publish that, okay? I've
Yeah.
read thinner books. It's probably not as well researched. Well, there you go. No, do you remember when I say HD DVD, do you know what I'm talking about?
Wasn't that the one in the red cases?
So, when
I did
Blu-ray
it by
was
color.
coming out, it's the same thing as VHS and Betamax. And not a lot of people remember this, but there was a battle between Sony and Blu-ray, and I can't remember who did HD DVD, but it was like HD DVD and
Mhm.
Blu-ray. They're essentially the same thing.
What? So yeah, what doesn't porn have something to do with that? Like, isn't
Yeah,
that the whole reason? Like every piece of tech that we have, like, is because of
porn
porn.
adopted it, so it
Yeah,
won. Yeah, porn adopted Blu-ray,
I have
porn
yet to
adopted
see
VHS.
porn in VR. I really want to see porn in VR.
I can't imagine it would be good.
I really need to see
And
it. I really feel like that's a
and
need.
and hear me out, it's because, like, okay, when you get that quality and it's in virtual reality and you can't reach out and touch it, it's just like the ultimate just fuck off. I think maybe Microsoft was pushing HD. You might be right.
Yeah. No, I haven't seen it. Yeah, I feel like I just need I need to experience it just to say I've experienced it because like VR is the whole reason, like porn is the whole reason VR exists.
Don't you
So
have an Oculus?
that my children use,
Have you never heard of
yes.
incognito mode?
Like my luck, my kids would find it. Mommy, what is
Well, I mean, if they find it, they find it. They would find it without your knowledge.
this? Okay. You know what? Maybe I don't want to get like arrested because that would be bad. I love my children. I don't want to traumatize them any more than I already
I was
have.
about to say, I was like, why would you get arrested for VR porn?
If my kids found it, that would be like bad.
Incognito
'Cause
mode. It doesn't stay on the thing. It doesn't log any memory.
he has a point. No, okay. All right. Well, you know what? I will see what I can do. As long
Yeah,
as
as
you
long as you
close it
close it
after.
afterwards, it doesn't log any history. There's no way to find it.
Okay. I will see what I that'll be an experience, I guess. Have you watched VR porn?
Yeah. I used to design VR.
Oh.
So
Did
you
you
damn right I looked up VR porn. 100%.
Yeah?
Which is why I'm
What
like,
was
it's
your
not that impressive.
well did you ever get off
Yeah.
watching VR porn? No?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Why not?
It didn't do it for me.
Mm.
It's a lot of POV, and I'm
Uh-huh.
like, it's weird looking down and be like,
There's somebody sucking your dick, but not sucking
yeah.
your dick.
There's like somebody sucking my dick, but it ain't my dick, and I'm like, okay, this gives me weird dick vibes. Yes, you told me, big time. The reason VR took off the way it did was because of pornography.
Hmm.
Here's the fun fact. Um, for audience members who don't know, I mean, I know Rouge, you know, the reason any technology succeeds is because the porn industry adopted it. The reason we had VHS over Betamax was because of porn. So anytime you see a new hopping technology, it'll be around for a long time, but it won't really be mainstream until porn adopts it. Because VR had been around for a long, long time.
Mhm.
And it didn't like everyone was just like meh, 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 meh. And then porn said we could use porn, we could do that with porn. Next day, VR is mainstream. Same with HD DVDs and Blu-rays. That's one reason we went to DVDs in the first place.
Right.
You could store more porn on there.
Oh my god, my first porn was on a DVD.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Most of the time, a reason a technology becomes a standard is because of the porn industry,
Mhm.
which it really stands an argument of like the puritanical mindset, but best porn tech. Okay, here we go. You ready?
Mhm.
All right, listen up, kids. So the best porn tech has been the internet. And with the internet, if you're gonna look at porn and you have little kids, or you're a little kid and you're looking at porn, but you don't want mommy and daddy to know what you're searching for, or you have your girlfriend or wife or boyfriend or husband who's gonna judge you for the weird shit you look up, there's this great invention called incognito mode that doesn't log internet history. Something that I wish I'd had as a kid, or at least
Yeah,
had
me
known how
too.
to delete the history.
In the
Because
end.
you know how like we were growing up, we were tech savvy, but our parents were not. My mother
Yeah.
was more tech savvy than I've ever been.
Yes. I remember that. That your mom
Guess who?
helped set up our computer.
Yeah, guess who taught me what internet history was? My mother. after saying, "We probably need to have the talk." So,
Yeah,
by
but were you
far
looking up videos or pictures?
pictures.
Oh,
No, when I started looking at porn, videos weren't a thing on the internet.
yeah.
But also, the reason the internet became mainstream, porn.
Yes. Yes. I like why is that I've never understood. Like how did that connection happen?
It is well, no, it's just a great way to get porn to people in the privacy of their own home. They didn't have to go out and buy it anymore. You didn't have to go to
Mhm.
a sex shop. You didn't have to be seedy about it. You could literally sit at home and yeah, 3 minutes, to load a pixelated 32 by 6040 photo. You're right. Yeah, Shitty Bricks, you were 110% right. And I remember doing that too. Like, you wouldn't have thumbnails, you would just have
Uh-huh.
file names. It'd be a directory. Like, what you would do is you'd log into a porn site and you'd have one image to tell you what was in that directory,
Uh-huh.
and you'd click that, and then it would open like a dir folder, a dir folder, and
Mhm.
it would just be like image file names. And you click one, and it would start to unpixelate, and sometimes it would load wrong.
I
Yeah,
never
the image
looked up
loaded line by line.
I never looked up like visual porn. I always looked up erotica. Like it was always stories and shit. 'Cause
Oh,
yeah.
I looked up like image porn. Because like I said, we had this weird thing where we had really good quality cameras,
Mhm.
and then we went to the stand when digital cameras became a thing, and
Mhm.
we took a step back
We did.
technology-wise,
Yeah.
or quality-wise, because, like, the film cameras we had, the big ones, and then, like, your actual cameras, um, were great, but they were, like, big, bulky, and expensive, and then digital cameras became a thing, but the quality was piss poor, like, it just had shitty quality.
It was all fuzzy. Everything was fuzzy. You couldn't
Mhm.
ever get anything in focus. That was bullshit. I was
Yeah.
always really mad about that.
But we immediately took that up because we can now take pictures everywhere. Do you remember cell phone cameras, the flip phone cell phone cameras?
Oh,
You
those are
couldn't
the
tell what any of
worst.
those pictures were.
Yes, those are the worst. I have some really shitty pictures, and I still kept them though. Because I mean, they're not taking up any room. It's fine.
Yeah. So they have this, like, long stint where, like, and I wonder if historians will look back and be able to make that correlation, or will they think something catastrophic happened, that our technology took a dip, because they won't know what we used for them. They'll just find the images. Where there was just, like, high quality image, garbage, that slowly started working its way up.
I do you ever stop and think about that? Do you ever stop like we look back on like the Romans or Greek culture and we look back and all of that thing and the Egyptians. Do you ever wonder what like 1,000 years from now people are going to think about us?
Why were they made why do they have so many microplastics in them?
Oh, that's true.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Like, why were these people composed primarily of microplastics? Like, their plastic content was scary. Um, but yeah, no, I think they'll look at technology because, like I said, we make assumptions about history about what makes sense.
Mhm.
And if you think about, like, technology, that's what we do. Like, we'll adopt a new technology well before it's ready.
Right.
And I wonder if a lot of times we went, "Oh, there must have been a catastrophe," because everything kinda just changed.
Mhm.
And unlike, like then, you could tell that technology because it's kinda stuck around. When you got a new technology, it hung around for a couple 100 years. We went from analog to digital cameras to HD digital cameras in, like, literally a third of my lifetime.
Right.
Like, our technology now makes such leaps and bounds
Like
that
there's
it's
so
gonna be
much that's
like
obsolete now. Like so
mhm.
much is obsolete now. And it's like I spent thousands of dollars on all this shit and now I can't even use it. Like,
And so I wonder if they're gonna be able to find that correlation that, oh, this is where they switched to digital, because now it's not like it used to be, like, when they invented the plow, that revolutionized the world. Kinda like what the
Mhm.
internet did, but the internet
Right.
happened, and then so much more technology happened so fast. And are they gonna just gonna put that in 1,000 years? Are they just gonna kinda squish that together?
Probably. Well, I mean, think about it, like, with the when you invented the pellet, but you think about the industrial age, like steam power, and how quickly the entire world changed after they found that technology. They were able to
Yeah.
harness steam, and they like that whole industrial revolution. That's why it's called that. Like, it changed everything. It automated everything. And so I feel like that was our industrial revolution. Like
Or
that
technology
exactly.
technology revolution.
Right. And then all of a sudden, boom, internet happened, and that was the thing. It's going to be the internet revolution. It is going to be the digital age. We like, they did you have the stone age, and then they moved into
Bronze
you know,
Age.
Bronze Age and all this stuff. That this is it. This is our age. We are at the start of a new era. And
Phew.
that's just where we are. And it's going to develop, and it's going to rapidly develop just like all the other times did.
Mhm.
And then, 1,000 years from now, they're going to talk about it like this is the start. This was the
Yeah.
start that man discovered internet. And now here we are freaking floating in space and traveling in spaceships.
I love that I got to be a part of that.
Yes, I do
Like,
too.
I got to be part of the start of the internet in
You remember life before the
interocracy
internet?
piece.
Like, our kids will never know life before internet,
Yeah.
ever.
They don't know what life before internet
They
is.
don't. It doesn't. They honestly cannot fathom in their brain what analog is. Really,
Oh, I
it's
know, my
crazy.
five-year-old all the time is like, "Why doesn't internet work here?" I'm like, there is no internet here." "What?
There's no Wi-Fi. Where's the Wi-Fi password?
What? Know the joys of dial-up." I mean, they don't know the joys of a house phone.
Yeah, that was so. Did you ever have your own house phone? I had a house phone. I had my own. It was purple and
I mean,
like
I had
clear
a
and see
phone
through.
that I used, but it was one line that you shared for the whole house. I
We
didn't have a
had one.
private line.
Well, I didn't have our private line, but it was like we each had our own phone in our own room.
Yeah. But if, like,
But
I picked up my phone and you were on the phone in the other room.
yeah, yeah. I actually watched a TikTok about that the other day. It's like, kids these days will never know that fear. And she was like talking like she's a teenager, like some guys, and the mom is on the other end just listening.
Oh, yeah.
What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? And like,
You ever hear that when you're on the phone with somebody, you hear the click of somebody picking up the phone?
yes, you're like, fuck.
I'd be like, "Who dare?"
Yeah, go because there was a household full of girls, and my parents tried to catch us all the time on the phone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's
But,
when we
yeah, they'll
used because we had a separate line for our internet. So that's when I used the line for the phone because nobody late at night was ever using the computer. So
yeah, I had, like, okay, so I can only go out on the internet after 9 when it was free. Y do you got okay, so that's another thing people will never remember, like, young people will never know that there was times where you could use your phone and when you couldn't.
Mhm. And you got the one that like there was you couldn't do it after 9. Like you couldn't use your cell phone after 9 or until after 9.
Yeah.
But you would purposely find that was like the selling point for some companies is the free time started at 7. So you could start it earlier.
Mhm.
And the rollover minutes. Do you remember the rollover
Oh, yeah, when your cell
minutes? Like
phone, you can only talk for so long. I mean, I
yeah.
feel like some people still have that.
They- but now instead of it like cutting off and you having to wait, like now you just pay for it. Now it
Yeah.
just becomes
Well, yeah, because you
by the
couldn't pay
gig.
for stuff on your phone back then. Like, a lot of people don't realize that there was a time, a period with cell phones where they weren't smartphones either.
Right.
Yeah, you had, like,
Right.
prepaid minutes. Because now, even, like, the prepaid things, it's all, it's data, not minutes and text.
Yes.
Like, I can get 2 gigs of data,
Yeah.
but we used to get, yeah, like, 10 cent per text.
Oh my god. It was 10 cents to send, but like 25 to receive. It was like
Mhm.
some like ridiculous imbalance. And I was like, that doesn't
Yeah,
make any fucking sense.
because my buddy I accidentally sent I sent a text to one of my buddies, and it was an unwarranted text, like, I didn't mean to text him,
Mhm.
and he drove over to my house and demanded a quarter. He was mad.
Did he really? A quarter?
Mhm.
Why?
Because he had to pay that quarter, and he was not happy to get a butt text that cost him 25 cents.
I remember because it cost my parents gave me the family cell phone. The family cell phone
Mhm.
for my senior trip to the beach. Because back when you were a senior, you went to Myrtle Beach. That was your senior trip. And so it was the first time I went by myself, no adult supervision. Great. But I would text my boyfriend at the time. So I was texting him and he was texting back and he was like, I racked up like $200. I had no idea that I was racking up that much money. My parents were so pissed.
Yeah.
So what else happened on your Monday?
I came up with an idea for, remember okay, so, Con Carolina, we were gonna do that taste horrible thing, like the try me bite of
Yeah.
punishment. So, I was
Yeah.
watching some TikToks with James Gordon with a bunch of celebrities, and it started making me think this would be fun to do. We come up with a list of questions the other person doesn't want to answer. So, you have 2 options. You answer the fucking question truthfully, or you eat
Mhm.
something on the table. So, your job if you
I
if you
don't think
if
but here's the thing, I don't think that that's fair because you don't give a shit.
there are questions I don't wanna answer.
I don't know those.
Okay, I'll give you an example. One that would suck to answer is a question everyone would hate. What's the
Right.
most racist thing you've ever done?
Oh, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Okay,
Because
cool.
that's not a question, "Have you any done anything racist?" It's, "What's the most racist thing you've ever done?" I don't
Oh,
wanna fucking answer that. I don't wanna say, like, the one time said something stupid by accident.
you're right. Okay. Uh, y-
So, questions like
yeah.
that, but so you get to pick my entrees, I get to pick yours. Or, you know what? I could pick stuff for all of us that's horrid across the board, like Lindall's 100% chocolate.
You know what? Either way, I'm eating some gross shit.
Yeah,
So I don't care. Either way, I'm eating gross shit. It's fine.
but you have to come up with a list of questions to ask me.
Oh. You've put worse in your mouth. You're right. You're right. You're right.
And then, like, bring a couple things, like, remember you sent me the sodas? Like, get on Amazon and start finding gross shit, and I'm gonna do the same thing.
Eh.
And so, we'll sit across from each other, and we'll ask these
Okay.
very hard to ask questions because it doesn't have to be personal, like, "Oh, do you have a crush on so and so?" It could
Right.
literally just be, "Answer this question and get canceled."
Uh, so basically forcing us to eat this shit. Okay. Got
Or
it.
have a
Got
really
it. Got
fun
it.
story. Like, okay, I look at it's like James Gordon, and they're eating gross stuff, and he's talking to other celebrities, and it's really funny.
Mhm. Right?
Yeah.
Was it the
Like,
hot ones? Is that what it is?
they're also hot, like, sometimes they're hot. I'll have to send some. I think I saved some of them. 'em, I'll send them to you. But,
Okay.
like, okay, here's one. Who's your least favorite member of the BSBN?
I mm.
Right? These are questions that it doesn't matter which one of us ask. Somebody it's gonna suck to answer that question. But if like I know I have to eat this,
Uh-huh.
I might
You
answer
might
that fucking question.
I know, that's what I was like, "What am I eating?" Because that might that, like, sway, like, it depends. Like, I
Yeah.
might say just any name just to say it so I don't have to eat that shit. I'll throw the kill, like, it's fine.
So
Yeah, I think either way,
this is
I'm
where you
putting
have to
worse
come into
I'm
this panel, and I know you can do this because you did it with Delaware.
I it was oh my god,
You
no,
have to come up with shit to ruin my day. And I want you to know that I haven't forgot about that PowerPoint. I've got a list of shit to ruin your day.
Why? Why? You're just mad because I made a better PowerPoint than you. I mean, come
Uh-huh.
on.
I'm freely admitting that right now. This is me coming out saying, I'm admitting I'm mad that you did better at that than me. So now I am pulling the stops.
Oh, gotcha. PowerPoint, death by PowerPoint. And then you did what I'm pointing. I was like, oh my
PowerPointing.
God,
Pointing with
PowerPoint.
power.
And then all of a sudden, like the first slide shows up and your face was fucking epic.
So we will have a smorgasbord of horrendous things to eat.
And a bucket?
Huh?
Please tell me there will be a bucket.
There will be a bucket.
Okay, good. And things to like rinse our mouth out.
Maybe.
No, no, I can't do multiple things. Like, no,
No,
I
yeah,
will
there will
do
be.
it.
We can have our
Okay.
own drinks.
Okay, cool.
But we
Y'all
gotta
took
come
my
up with like
name and ran with
okay,
it.
so we gotta come up with like rules to this.
Okay,
Um
okay. Palate
like
cleansers.
if you can't keep it in your mouth for more than like 10 seconds or can't swallow it, you have to answer the question. 'Cause you can't
Uh
just be like this.
I say 5 seconds. 5 seconds because I can't like if it's super hot or something like and I'm not gonna make
Okay.
you sit there like I say 5 seconds.
5
10
seconds.
seconds is a very long time.
Yeah. No,
So
I get it.
yeah, five
But you
seconds.
can't just like literally stick it on your tongue and then spit out. You
Oh well
can't.
no, that's the pussy way out. We don't do the pussy way
Okay.
out. No. But I do agree we need a palate cleanser, like
Yeah.
lemon sorbet or something that cleanses that not just a drink, but I need this is a cruel thing to do for somebody with an oral fetish. This is cruel. This is
This
not
is a cool
okay.
thing to do for me who literally hates vomiting. You could literally come to the table with pickles.
I could. I could. I don't know. I have tasted some nasty things in my life, but I don't know if I'm ready for this. I don't know. So, okay, what are the rules for what we are providing?
So I'm thinking. So how long is D101? How long is this? Weren't we doing like a joint thing? So it was an hour
Yes,
and a
but
half,
with a Rube's happy hour. Yeah, it was an
which is
hour and a half.
retooling.
Yes. So it depends, and it also depends on time. Once I get the main schedule, that's
So I'm
also
thinking
going
like
to
10
be.
items, 10 questions.
I think at most an hour and a half, at minimum an hour, because I'm using that shows like that as a buffer,
Yeah.
like a
So I
flexible
think if we
buffer.
did 10 items, because we can do other stuff too. We can do like, our whole bits and whatnot.
Right.
But I think if we did 10 items and 10 questions,
Okay.
or 10 items, 20 questions.
10 items, 20 questions.
Because you can try
Okay.
something more than once.
That's okay. All right.
Okay,
Fair enough.
here's the rule.
Fair enough.
But you can't try something twice before you tried everything. So you can't be like, I'm only going to eat this. You have
I'm
to go
so
through everything.
You live just to see me suffer.
I'm equally suffering with you. You act like I'm going in this going, oh, it's gonna be great. I'm so excited to eat all the fucking pickles you bring me.
I
I
am
want
not
the
going to.
audience to see me cry and hurl live in front of like 300 people. That's what I
Oh,
want in
okay,
my
okay, great,
life.
great, 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 great,
Yeah.
cool, 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 cool. That's how I want people to remember me.
Yeah, that's what I want in my life.
I
And
mean,
if I don't want them to see me
I have
vomit and
too many
cry, I have
exes
to be
remember me
racist.
that way. Okay, fair enough. I will not bring you all pickle things. I don't think that that's fair. I think that you,
I am not gonna bring you all like, bitter things. Because like I said, we can combine some things too. Like the
yeah.
100% Lindell chocolate, I think could be one for each of us. Because that is
Okay.
horrid.
Is it really?
Yo, it's 100% chocolate. I'm gonna tell you right now, people don't like chocolate. People like milk and sugar with a dash of chocolate.
Gotcha.
Most of the dark chocolate you eat, if you like dark chocolate, is 30%. 100% chocolate has no other ingredient.
I'm bringing spaghetti and ranch. Spaghetti and ranch is so good.
I'm bringing
I
double
don't
salted black licorice,
know.
which actually I
Aw.
heard is also horrific.
First
Like,
off, Sean, it's not chili, it's stew. And second, gross.
yeah, yeah, Shitty Brick's right. It's baking chocolate, but it's even worse than that because even baking chocolate is usually like 80%.
Mm,
Like I heard 100% is literally almost unedible.
great. Great. We don't have any, you don't have any allergies, do you?
No.
Okay, good. Neither do
Well,
I.
okay, so I'm allergic to weak-willed men.
Oh, that's true. That's true. That's oh, that's
Unfortunately.
true. That's true. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Cool, 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 cool. Uh,
Way to full circle back to the meeting.
yeah, you're
Um,
welcome. I got you.
and yes, if you come to Con Carolinas, which is coming up, I mean, tickets are on
Mhm.
sale right now.
Yeah.
If you scroll up, there was one just a second ago, but we're going to be doing this live, June 3rd through the 5th. I think those dates were
So
right.
yeah.
Yep, June 2nd through the 4th. 3rd through the 5th was last year. 2nd through the 4th, Con
Yeah.
Carolinas, we will be doing a live show in front of an audience.
Mhm.
And this is what we're talking about. This is what we're gonna do in our live show. So you can come see us in person. And yeah, I'm gonna let the audience. I'm gonna get enough for the audience can try some shit too.
I hope we don't get sued.
We gotta get a waiver. We really definitely need to get a BSBN waiver.
We really do. We really do. ESPN is not because yeah, we do not need to be liable for it. You know what?
No.
That yeah, cool, 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 cool. I'm surprised we haven't gotten sued yet.
Yeah, I'm actually really surprised too.
Yeah.
Um but yeah, no, I think it'd be fun to get the audience to be all like, do you want to try this horrific thing and just pick random people from the audience that want to come try it? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, 100% chocolate's bad. Double salted black licorice is supposed to be so bad. It's not even though you don't taste the black licorice. You only
Okay.
taste salt.
Well, I mean,
No, I
oh,
I mean like you take 4 gallons of salt water, you take all the water out of it, and you just
uh-huh.
cram it into your mouth at once.
Hello.
Hello, Chinese.
Oh
I
my
am a
god.
Chinese. Fantastic. Can you understand us? Like I'm cool. Yep.
I was like, please do not get us canceled,
I
John.
don't, I don't know how to respond to that. I am a Chinese.
Well, maybe.
Is it not the phrase I am Chinese or is it I am a Chinese?
Well, like, okay. Well,
Like I guess I say I am an American.
mhm.
So I guess that works. Yeah. That's grammatically
Um,
correct.
I'm trying to think like French.
I am
Je
a I
suis
am a French.
is just no,
Would it
je
be
suis is I am, I think. Yeah.
or
Je
I am
suis.
French or I am a French person.
Je suis américain. Yeah.
Frenchian.
Just
That's where it wouldn't work. French.
What?
I am a French.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
Parisian.
You'd have to say I
Parisian
am a French person.
or Parisian. Isn't it Parisian?
Persian?
Parisian.
Parisian.
Hmm.
I don't even know what that is.
per
Yeah, I know
Persian
Persian
is
is
something
something
else.
else, Sean. That's why I was confused. I know the iPhone. I forget what part of China.
Okay, how do you say I am French? I am French. Je suis français. Oh, I am French.
Well, yeah, I am American. I am an American. I am a Chinese. I am I am French. I am a French.
Hmm.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I am a
French
French.
person.
I put in I am a French, and it just literally still converted over to je suis français. Grammar.
Grammar's hard when you're talking about things outside of a country. Oh,
That's
and there's a
like one
Tesla
of the few
factory.
things I remember from French class is how to conjugate verbs.
Well,
Je suis,
I was
tu
more
es,
like
il,
talking
elle,
English
elle, nous sommes, vous êtes, ils, elles sont. That's like
because, like I said, English is one of those ridiculous languages.
yeah.
It makes no sense. That's why I can
Oh
get a
yeah,
bass to play a bass. And if I write it
what?
down, you won't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Cool. Do you work for Tesla as well? Oh my God, Calvina.
No, he lives in Shanghai near the Shanghai Tesla factory.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What's the one phrase that what's the one foreign phrase? What is one foreign language phrase that you know that you're confident in saying?
Krankenwagen.
Krakenwagen?
Mhm.
What
Octopus
is
car.
that?
Or in some dialects, ambulance.
Oh.
No, seriously.
I
Krankenwagen.
Krakenwagen.
Krankenwagen. Can
Krakenwagen.
either mean ambulance or
Mhm.
octopus car.
I'm
It's
here for it.
Kraken wagon car. Like
Okay.
wagon car, Kraken octopus.
Yeah. Tell me about
Travel to China when you have time. China is huge. I mean, lots of places are huge. I don't have
I
to go somewhere because it's big. I mean, don't get me
dude,
wrong.
San Texas.
I'm sure China is lovely. I bet you they have great countrysides and whatnot. There's nothing wrong with it. But I don't want to go to a place because it's big. That doesn't sell me. The America is big and it's not that great. And it's not great
You're not
because it's
wrong.
big. Like you don't come here because it's big. You don't go, man, I want to go to America. It's big. I
Don't
want
come
to
to
go here
America.
because there's like cheeseburgers on every corner.
And fat people.
Yeah, there's just fat people. You can get fat people everywhere.
Oh, okay. Montgomery routine health and science. China's size. You
Well,
said you made size
I
jokes.
think I just did a good job explaining that. That the
No,
size of a
like
place doesn't necessarily denote it's awesome. You should come tour here. It's
yeah, I
9:18. So you're waking up with us. I like that. Like D101 for China is waking up for them. Like you're starting your morning off with this. Good God.
oh, I know. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Hmm.
I
We
actually
apologize.
sent a I actually sent a group to China, and trying to get visas for a student group is very hard. Very, very difficult.
Yeah, you're trying to get a bunch of what are you doing? I'm just sending a bunch of kids to a foreign country.
Yeah,
Why?
with
Don't worry about it.
yeah, with instruments and all of this stuff. It was certainly something.
We're
Yeah,
not taking them
so
to work at the iPhone plant.
no. But it was beautiful. It was a lot of fun. I
You
didn't
should
get
go
to
to
go,
China.
but no, they had a lot of fun. Like they
You should
sent
go there.
pictures and
I hear it's
videos.
big.
My God. I was conceived in Okinawa, Japan, which I know is a different country because I'm Filipino, I'm aware, but that's
Mhm.
about as close as I've gotten to an Asian country is being conceived in
Yeah,
one.
I was gonna say your semen, the semen and egg made a thing.
Ironically enough, my dad was in the Navy at the time, so he was a seaman. And he was
Yeah,
so
fair enough, fair enough.
yeah.
I don't know where I was conceived at.
Really?
Mhm.
Well, I mean, it's just I know I was conceived there because my dad was in the Navy and they were stationed
Yeah.
there. So
I mean, my dad was in the Navy too, but I think they were here.
Sean, were you really conceived at the back of a car to drive in? No. No.
But where was this
No.
drive-in? Was it in a country that was big?
If it was in America, it was big.
Because you were in Japan. That's not a big country.
It was not. Neither
No.
is the Philippines.
Mm-mm. It's
Mm-mm.
tiny.
My favorite thing is I try to explain where the Philippines are, and I'm like, it's in Asia. Well, where in Asia? It's their islands in Southeast Asia, they're like in the Pacific.
Yeah.
They
There's like a cluster
like
islands.
people honestly like you tell them the Philippines, and they can't fathom that there are any countries other than China, India, and Japan. I'm
Well,
like,
there's also
you like
Vietnam down there. You got Lao.
who like tell somebody where Laos is. Like, I mean, I know where it is, but I'm just saying, like, the
Yeah.
layman doesn't know.
Honestly, I could probably point in like the general direction, like in the general vicinity of like the Philippines, Taiwan, Laos, Vietnam. I can get in the area, but I probably couldn't distinguish which ones. But that's like saying somebody going to China and being like, point to North Carolina.
Right. It's not fair, yeah.
Yeah.
But I always had to explain where the Philippines were. Oh, are you like because they would always go, "Are you Mexican?" I'm like, "No, I'm Filipino." They're like, "Where's
Is that
that?"
what, next to Mexico? Is that like
I mean,
being
where's
Puerto
that?
Rican?
Right. Like it's an Asian country. It's Asian. I'm they
Yeah. You're Asian. Well, I I have
Okay.
I have fri I have friends in England who've never been to the States,
Mhm.
never been to, the US. I mean, it's the same thing to them. They're like, "Okay, you guys have a country." They know cities. Like,
Mhm.
we know London,
Right.
and Smittix and what all there's some cities over there, and they know some, like, they know New York, they know LA, they know of them,
Right.
but if you pulled up a map, they'd be like, "Okay, I guess they're all right in there." You would tell them where they're at, and I
Right.
don't expect them to. I don't expect any country to know more about my country. Like, I guarantee if you pulled up a map of our country with no lines and said point where North Dakota is, I would roughly get in the right area, but I wouldn't be able to nail it.
Right.
8,000 to 10,000 won in China. Is that a lot? What's the conversion rate there? I
I
don't.
I don't
I
know.
also don't. I also, yeah, I was gonna say I
And then
don't know the
everybody's like,
conversion
"What's the
rate
conversion rate?" I don't know.
because some countries have ridiculous numbers. Like,
Yeah.
honestly, like 8,000, 10,000. That might be like $30, $40 here.
Like speaking of the Philippines, the peso, because that's the currency
You're not
there.
helping the I'm not Mexican case.
Oh my God. Well, they were a Spanish colony for 300 years. What am I supposed
Okay.
to do? That's why we're brown. Like,
Okay. Listen, I'm just
okay.
telling you. I'm Filipino. We use the peso. You're not helping the rednecks.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah, listen, there's no part of like dumb rednecks that's gonna sway them.
I mean, you're not wrong, but that's why we're dark, is because we were a Spanish colony forever. Like,
So what you're trying to tell me is you're Asian Mexicans.
yeah, yeah.
I love that was the funniest thing ever. Yeah.
Yeah. Shut up. And it doesn't help that we're South. Like,
Listen, I am Irish Italian. I am literally just English Mexican. So okay, so that's 1,100 to 1,500 USD.
Huh.
And that's about what an iPhone runs here, like outside of a plan.
Yeah.
So yeah, well,
I yeah,
jump all over,
I
kid.
I totally I totally do the payment plan. I'm like I think that's the only way I can get my tech is payment
Also, I
plan.
just get Android because they last a lot longer and they're better
Yeah. Mhm.
for me personally. My opinion.
Mhm. I you You know what? I have learned I'm not getting in this fight anymore. I have literally hung up on Sean over this, and I'm not doing it. I am not doing it. This is one of those ever you do you boo, and I'm glad Android makes you happy.
Kagome,
I do. I do have opinions.
you're amazing. You're fantastic, and I love you. It was a lot of fun hanging out with you over the weekend. She's a trip. She always makes me laugh. In China, as long as American software is banned in China, I use VPN to secretly play. I mean, I think that's what we're gonna have to do here eventually for TikTok.
And I ruin your group chat when you have an iPhone. Oh, so yeah, when you're in a group chat with anybody who doesn't have an iPhone. I mean, I actually am in a lot of group chats with like mixed devices, so it doesn't
Honestly, I
bother
just
me
don't
anymore.
text anymore. I messenger
Yeah,
because it doesn't matter what phone you have; it works across the board.
that's true. I do Messenger or WhatsApp.
There's only like 1, 2 people I text. I text my ex-wife, my girlfriend, and my mother-in-law, ex-mother-in-law, and my mom are like the 4 people I text. Anybody else text me, I'm just like, "Why are you texting me? I have Messenger."
Oh, I use text all the time.
No, I
All the
don't.
time. Yeah, I text all the time. I
Yeah,
text,
I
I
text my
message.
mom
I
all
have
she likes
every.
text. Actually, you
I
know what?
text.
No, I Facebook my mom more than I text her. So honestly, it's just my ex-mother-in-law, who's still a fantastic lady, and I still talk to her all the time, my ex-wife, and my girlfriend. We text
I
for some reason.
text, I WhatsApp, I Marco Polo. Oh, I love Marco Polo. I Facebook Messenger.
Buttercup loves
I
Marco Polo. She does Marco Polo. I
I
did for
sent
a
her
hot minute.
I sent her a message. She never messaged me back.
Did she not? She gets on binge form, but she's usually behind. I don't
Oh,
use
okay.
WhatsApp because Facebook keeps telling me to use WhatsApp, and I'm like, "Fuck you, I'm not using WhatsApp."
I use WhatsApp all
No,
the
I'm
time.
I'm not using WhatsApp.
Yeah. I like WhatsApp.
I use Facebook Messenger because it works for everything I need, I already have it.
Mm. Well, I think the other thing is a lot I have is because I have a large range of friends. They don't use like
That's a
some
humble
people.
brag, people. She has lots of friends. I don't have that many friends.
Because so many people like they use different things. Like I know I talked to a couple people who don't use Facebook Messenger. They have a Facebook, but they don't use Messenger. It's not something they check regularly. So I text them or I use WhatsApp
Yeah.
or like I just it just depends. Or some people don't like texting. They like talking. Some people prefer like it's just
I think a lot of people like texting because you can turn read receipts off. You can't do that on Facebook. You can't do that on Messenger. Because the bubbles will pop down to see who saw it.
yeah.
And it's like I was talking to so Saturday I went out and hung out with Sean, my ex Amanda, the lawyer,
Hmm.
Kagome, and then another couple. And on the way there, me, Sean, and Amanda are in an Uber.
Hmm.
And yeah, don't you dare leave someone on read. And they were talking about how Amanda and Sean are very similar. And I think you're probably like this too. Like if I send you a text, if you send me a text and it goes read, and I don't respond for 2 hours, do you build up anxiety?
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm like,
But
I don't care. If I
Yes,
say what I gotta
but
say,
we've talked about this. This is my
yeah,
anxious attachment style, which I am trying. Like, all I need is an acknowledgement.
yeah.
Can't text or hold on or something. But yes, 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 yeah. But that's my trauma. That's not the other person's. That's not like if like you left me on red, that's not on you. That's on me.
Yeah.
I got to and I got to
But
deal with
like I
that
said,
shit.
but I get it. I get that anxiety. I'm like, because like I have the opposite of that. Um, it depends on what the text was. That is true because, like I said, if I text you something like I need an answer right now,
Mhm.
like if I'm like Arugs, can you call me in 10 minutes? I need you to answer this in 10 minutes, and then I
Mhm.
see it red and you don't respond. That's a dick bag move. But like I'll text Buttercup all the time, and Buttercup will text me, and it'll just be like, "Hey, love you, thinking about you," but I'm busy at the moment, so I'll pull it out and go, "Aw." I'm going to respond something very sweet and very romantic 4 hours from now.
I I can't. Like I am getting better. I am getting better, but it is a still source of I am
You're
getting
not in
better.
the minority. I will say this: you are not in the minority here.
But I am getting better at recognizing why I'm feeling anxious about it. So I'm like, okay, if it's something that I'm like, hey, I'll say something else just to be like, hey, okay, I'm here. It's the I'm here text. But I'm getting better at trying to recognize it.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah, I'm yeah.
If you don't have time to respond, then don't read the text. No, no, Sean, don't put your trauma on me.
That's right. Don't do it. That's not fair.
Because if that bugged me, I'm not going to make you change your habits.
Mhm. Right. He just hasn't dealt with his trauma yet.
No, haven't. He hasn't.
No. No.
Because both him and Amanda were just berating me about it. And I'm like, look, y'all, I am telling you, this is how I respond to
Mhm.
everyone, not just you. I just looking it up again.
Again, that's good for you. That doesn't work for everyone else, Sean.
Also, for a long time, I kept my notifications private. It just said text from.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I
It
get a
won't tell me
lot of
what it is.
notifications. Yeah, I get a lot of notifications,
Yeah.
especially
So,
from the BSBN. I'm like, I don't need that. I don't need that shit showing up on like, I
yeah.
don't, y'all are, yeah,
But
especially if I'm at work.
I wanna read it to make sure it's not an emergency.
Hmm. Right.
So I will look at it and go, okay, I don't have to answer this right now. I'm busy doing something.
Hmm.
Because I have a diabetic daughter. So if I get a text from my ex, I immediately pull it up and make sure it's not an emergency. If it's just a hey, comment,
Hmm.
I'm busy, well, fuck her. I'm gonna talk to her later. But it's not just her, it's everybody. That's how I respond to everybody. If you need an answer in a timely manner, you'll get one. If I'm free, I will happily text you. If I
Hmm.
don't respond, it's not because it's fuck you, it's because I'm busy.
Yeah. Right. But I mean, you're right. I'm not in the minority. A lot of people don't like, especially in a
No.
world of instant communication. I think that that's the issue. You remember when you would go hours and days not talking to somebody and like, not texting them, you would just call them on the phone. But now it's like instant communication. That's really a source of anxiety for
God,
a lot of
don't call
people.
me. I don't like it. Anybody.
That's why I like Marco Polo. It's because I can talk because I'm a
That's
talker.
exactly the same argument Buttercup was making last night.
Yeah. I'm a talker. I like
Yeah,
texting is like I have a lot to say.
she's like, I won't get lost in a conversation. Like a 10-minute conversation won't go for 3 hours. Because like
Right.
I can leave a message and you can play it at your own free will and
Right.
then respond a whole thing back.
Right.
I'm like, okay, I get it. I get it. So normally this would be the moment where we go into a Rook's happy hour.
Mhm.
But I'll let you go ahead and make the announcement. I'm not canceling the show.
I'm not canceling my show. All right. So tonight and next week, I am taking a break from Baruch's happy hour. I'm doing some reformatting of my content, and I am just mental health. I need to take a little breather and just revamp some things. And that, and I will be back on April 3rd. And so that's that. So we are not going in, but I will be back on April 3rd. Just because I'm taking a break does not mean I am canceling my show. So, but I do need to know, John, what are we doing this week? Since
Oh,
I
well, we're
Oh,
doing some
you get to do the
things.
Monday one. You get to do the Monday one.
We're doing lots of stuff across all the channels. You should check it out. I'll tell you what we're doing tomorrow and Wednesday, but after that, you just got to tune in Wednesday to find out for the rest of the week. So tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central, they're doing BSBN gaming across all our platforms. Links are on my page. Just go to the About page. After that, at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 Central, we're doing Exact Nor After Dark. Great gamer, does a lot of fun stuff. And Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 Central, we got the Weaves Interweaves podcast. And that's
Yes.
going to be cool. We're going to do shit on there. It's going to be lots of people talking about lots of shit. It's going to be a lot of fun. And that's all the way up to Wednesday. So if you want to know more, come watch us on Wednesday.
You pawned it off on me again. That was clever. Clever. I gotta give you credit for that. That was clever.
Listen, we all know you're retooling the show, so you ain't got to do that on Monday. I get it.
Oh
You're just
my
trying to get out
god.
telling people what we're doing this week. I'm on to you.
Any Oh my god. Anyway, with that, yes,
Wait,
we are
question.
what?
Do I get to be on a Rook's like the future of a Rook's happy hour? Are you canceling me?
I'm not, I don't know. I just decided today that I was just can I have some time? No,
We need to
no,
know now. We
okay.
need to know. We need to know like the sneak peeks. What are we looking forward to? Or should I bug you about it next week? Can we get
Bug
like a
me
sneak
about it
peek?
next week. You bug me about it next week. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't
I
know.
need sneak peeks.
That's why I was like reformatting. I don't
Yeah. Are
know.
you
I
casting
don't.
Pedro Pascal? You should cast Pedro
Yes.
Pascal.
Yes,
Okay.
I am. I'm actually just doing my OnlyFans. I'm just gonna make
Oh,
a Rubes happy hour my OnlyFans. It's fine.
I like it.
Yeah, yeah. You want to be on that?
Only if I can be the copy repair man.
I was gonna get you since you already delivered pizza. That was gonna be your thing.
I don't want to be another pizza delivery driver.
No.
I smell like pepperoni all the time. That's just not a good smell.
Okay.
I'd rather smell like toner.
Toner.
Yeah.
No, then your dick's all black. All gross and powdery. Toner
Just
is
saying.
gross. Anyway,
Anyway,
yes, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the show. I don't know who's going to be on it. I don't know. I don't know. I just decided that I think it's just time to reformat. I think it's, we started a Rooks happy hour because we were braiding over as a post show. It was the post show and then it sort of developed into a Rooks happy hour. And I didn't have really time to develop it. And so now I'm wanting to take some time to develop it and figure out what I want for the show. And that it happens. So
I like it. I'm excited to see what the future holds. I
yes.
have
So
a new stream coming too, but you have to talk about that on Wednesday.
okay. We'll talk about it on Wednesday. So all right. So we gonna say goodbye?
Hey
'Cause I
everybody!
Bye. See you tomorrow.
3, 2, 1.